era. Now joined by the Oklahoma State Cowgirls, AP preseason poll number 22 this year, fourth in the Big 12 preseason coaches poll. A season ago, 25-7 overall, 17-1 at home. Finished third in the Big 12 conference standings at 14-4. Joining me here on stage, head coach Jacie Hoyt, now in her fourth season at Oklahoma State, ninth year overall as a head coach, and three of her student athletes, junior guard Staley Hurd, senior guard Micah Gray, and junior guard Amari Whiting. Hello and welcome to all of you. Coach, I'm going to start with you. 2 NCAA appearances now in 3 years for Oklahoma State. That's such a great trajectory for your program. How does this league get you prepared for that grind, and how do you use that momentum going from last season to this season and building upon things?
Yeah, well, this team is very, very hungry. As great as last season was, I think sometimes it's one thing to, want to get back on the winning track and be hungry to get back to the tournament, but it's a whole nother thing to want to be so hungry that you want to win in the tournament. And that's the level of motivation that we have right now, is just an elite hunger to not just get there, but to play a lot longer than what we did. As great as last year was, honestly, I would say that the team that I was a part of last season would tell you that we still came up a little bit short for where we want the standard and expectations to be for our program. But our kids are they're competing every single day. We're talking daily about the fact that iron sharpens iron and talent makes talent better, and they're really buying into that. And because of that mindset that they have, I'm seeing them get so much better at a very rapid rate. And as far as the Big 12 goes, I mean, really, we're all playing for March, but we understand that the Big 12 is where, the growth happens. And to be in such a competitive conference where you are going to be tested every single game, that's just, something that really fuels us in the midst of our process and preseason and even back to the summer. And now certainly as we prepare in non-conference, getting ready for the grind of the Big 12.
It is a grind, there's no doubt. The portal brings new faces to rosters, but you have some amazing veterans that are going to lead you in very big ways, 3 of them obviously sitting next to you. What has been exciting for you in these first few weeks of official practice? I know a season ago, a bigger emphasis on the defensive end of the floor. How has that carryover been for all of you? And again, what's practice been like, and what have you liked, and what needs some little love and improvement?
Yeah, well, I think that our depth is our biggest strength this year. I just said it, but iron sharpens iron, and our kids understand that. And I think that what we're seeing right now that we really love is a defensive energy and presence that we haven't quite had to the level that we have it right now. And that is largely in part to this girl sitting next to me. She is a hellacious defender. She just brings a different competitive spirit to it that we haven't had in my time at Oklahoma State. So I've seen her really be a leader for us on that end of the floor. And then we have, just as you mentioned, returning players and veterans who understand my system, how things need to look, and they've been tremendous leaders in that sense for us.
Got to blend it all together. All right. A reminder to all of you out here, if you have a question, please raise your hand and we will bring a microphone to you. With that said, a couple questions for our student athletes. Staley, I'm going to start with you. 2-time All Big 12 first team selection. You averaged just shy of 17 points a game last year as a sophomore, and a preseason All Big 12 pick as well. Those are big time back-to-back seasons. So as you focused in the off season, what was it about your game that you said, this is where I need to get better so I can elevate and get to the next level?
Honestly, Coach and I talk a lot, and we talk about a lot of stuff on the court, but for me, it's off the court, and it's about taking care of my body and recovering properly and, being mature about what I do off the court. So I've been focusing on, stretching and rolling out and getting in the ice bath, just trying to take care of my body so it can last as long as possible.
Be durable, right? There's a lot going on, a lot of games to play. There's no doubt. Micah Gray, you started all 32 games last year in Stillwater. It was your first one there, and you came with a lot of experience. You adapted to a new team, new environment, etc. But how do you, as players, now that you've been in this program for over a year, how do you, as players, define the culture of Cowgirl women's basketball?
I think we just focus on each other, focus on our sisterhood, focus on having fun and just playing together, honestly, and just soaking up. Our fans are amazing, so soaking up the environment, just doing little things like we had the parade. That was super fun. So just being there together with each other.
Yeah, you all were 17-1 at home. So talk a little bit about having a great fan base, having people that are engaged and are part of that, and how much that means, and what kind of, it has to give you a whole nother level of energy in a game.
It definitely gives us a lot of energy. We come out super excited to play. We want to play for our fans. They just do a great job of like hackling the refs, hackling the other team, and just being on our side. It's so amazing. Yeah.
Well, that's good. So, and everyone loves to have that, and most do in the Big 12, which is fantastic. Amari White, this is year one for you in Stillwater. You transferred from BYU, where you started all 30 games a year ago, averaged over 10 points and 5+ boards a game. How does your experience in the Big 12 help you as you've made this transition? And what was it about Oklahoma State that was the right fit for you?
Yeah, I think just being able to like come into a position like this and just know how the Big 12 is, know how, it goes, how we play. So I think that helps a ton of just, being a vet that way. Honestly, Oklahoma State, it was a quick turnaround. I think I was in the portal for like 4 days, and Jacie had me out there in Stillwater, and I just really fell in love with all of it. I fell in love with the girls, just like being a part of them and them welcoming me, and watching their practices and just the standard they hold themselves to and each other to. And then obviously Coach, she trusted me, she believed in me, and I think that like obviously like coming off of playing from your mom, like you don't have that familiar face, and so just buying into someone that I was like, okay, I know she's going to make me a better person, a better player, and ultimately win. So
it's a great combination. All right, I'm going to ask this question of all three of you players, and we'll start with you, Amari. Leadership comes in all forms and fashion. There's vocal leaders, lead by example, and there's a combination of both. So for each of you, what's your leadership style with this team this year?
I would say both. I think Coach touched on defensively. I take pride in that. So that, and then I'm just a loud girl, so you'll hear me.
Put it all together, right? Okay, I like that. I like that. Staley?
I'd have to say I'm first, like, lead by example, but Coach has been on me about being more of a vocal leader, and so I feel like I produced that into my game, and I've been able to be more of a vocal leader for, like, our freshman Lena. So I feel like, and that helped me also, so I feel like just also both probably.
I would say for me, definitely lead by example. I'm trying to be a little bit more vocal, but definitely lead by example.
Well, I just want you to know she was nodding with all of those answers, so I think you hit it on the head. We agree.
Self-awareness.
There we go. Exactly. That's a good thing. Coach, let's talk a little bit about prepping this team. What went into thinking about your non-conference schedule, what you wanted to do with it. Obviously, with returners, new faces, you put all that together. Sometimes you're not really sure what you're going to have early. What was your philosophy? What did you want to accomplish? And what are you looking for in these first few weeks once November comes?
Yeah, first of all, we wanted to play as many games as possible. And so for us to do that, we even have a time in early November where we play at home on back-to-back days. That is not in a tournament, but we just want to be as battle-tested as possible. We wanted to get a look at our team as often as possible in a game setting. So just packing a lot of games in. We are returning our Bedlam series in Oklahoma, which we're very, very excited about. They've got a great team that's going to really help us learn a lot more about ourselves before Big 12, playing who I think is going to be a really great Miami team in the Cayman Islands. So really for us, it's just about learning as much about ourselves as possible, and we felt like we needed to play a high level of competition, but also as many games as possible to do that.
No doubt. And I would say that Bedlam series, it's kind of crazy to have a rival that's not in your league, but yet still means so much to so many people, yes?
Yes, 100%. I got two Oklahoma girls up here with me. They know how special it is to get to play in their home state. So I think it's great for the fans, obviously, but they also don't understand how important it is, I think, for our players, for both teams.
And for women's basketball. It's going to be a great showcase for your state, no doubt. Well, I want to thank all three of you for being here. We wish you the very very best. We'll see you back here in March in the T-Mobile